What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to another update video. So I usually do a couple of these a year, maybe 2 to 3, sometimes 4 if need be. Usually the first one I do is kind of a follow-up to the What is Happening video, just to talk about any extra stuff, release dates and any other new games and stuff, which there is quite a bit to talk about. I've got three main things I want to talk about. So the first thing I'm going to be talking about is my recording and how I'm going to be recording my videos going forwards. I'm going to talk about the Xbox Direct, Sony's State of Play, and also I want to talk about some stuff like games that are coming out in 2025. So yeah. Anyway, we will start off with my recording. So in my What is Happening in 2024 video, I said that I would be doing some videos on my capture device and others via live stream, and use that as another way of recording. Now, I have since decided I've changed that. I am no longer going to be using my capture device for recording things anymore, unfortunately, and this has been happening pretty much ever since I think Star Wars Jedi Survivor of last year, where essentially my capture device will struggle to keep up with the gameplay. Now, my capture device is HD PVR Rocket. The previous one before that was a Kaiser Bass. Both of them were created around the time of the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3, so they were more designed for those, but they have been able to capture gameplay for the Xbox One, the PS4, and the PS5 and the Xbox Series X. However, because these games require a more powerful system like these, it's been made quite difficult to for my capture device to keep up. Now, my capture device will do this glitch. You'll see it on the screen when you're watching my videos sometimes, where it's a bit of a glitch, and then my audio will lag behind the gameplay. Now, it actually corrects itself, my capture device. What doesn't, though, is Movie Maker, and I have to put my clips into the gameplay parts into Movie Maker before I can put it into my editing software, Sony Vegas. The reason for this is I've never really understood the reason why. I don't know why I can't just straight up put them into Sony Vegas, but I can't. It's very annoying that I've always had to put gameplay through Movie Maker via my capture device. But it's Movie Maker that doesn't keep it up, and that's why it lags behind. It's funny how after Star Wars Jedi Survivor, the only playthrough to not do this was Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, because that was on the Nintendo Switch, which, with all due respect, it's a great console, but it is slightly outdated now, isn't it? Nintendo are working on their next console, whether that be the Switch 2 or whatever they're going to call it. But isn't it funny that Tears of the Kingdom was the only series pretty much to not... and the thing is, it wasn't every episode until recently, and pretty much until Halo Reach, The Last of Us 2 Remastered, and, of course, the first 14 parts of Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League. From now on, I'm going to just be live streaming, and that's for PlayStation and Xbox. It was just going to be Xbox initially, but I don't want my PlayStation playthroughs to be like that. So what I have done is I've actually connected my Twitch. I've had it connected to my Xbox for a while. I've also connected it now to my PlayStation. I've done some tests, and I will be live streaming them via Twitch from now on. So if you want to see them early doors, you can go to my Twitch, which is Moonspace the 3rd. So you can actually see them before they come out on YouTube, and before they're put into their separate ones, because what I'll be doing is recording about 3 episodes, unless it's a big episode, but 3 episodes in one live streaming session, and then I'll end the stream, probably start another one to do another couple of episodes, and then I'll just put them... The thing is, I won't need Movie Maker, because I can just put them into Sony Vegas and then cut them into their separate episodes, so actually it'll probably be easier and stuff, and I'll be able to sit back and more relaxed. And also, whilst I'm doing my PlayStation 5 playthroughs, I'll actually be able to have my headphones on, because I'll be using my I will not be using the microphone I'm talking on here very often anymore, the Blue Yeti. Instead, I'm going to be using my headset microphone, which, to be fair, my audio is pretty good, and also as well, you can probably hear it in this video. You won't hear that annoying little siren noise or whatever it is that's always plagued my videos with it, and I've never known how to turn it off. There's sometimes it wouldn't be there, but other times it wouldn't be. But that's pretty much where I'm at with the recording. I thought I'd let you know because I don't like the lagging behind it. It's annoying. It ruined a lot of playthroughs last year, and it's ruining a few already this year. So, yeah, so we're just going to be doing that from now on. So that's that. Now the next part here. So I want to talk about upcoming games and stuff. So first off, we have the Xbox Direct. We'll talk about Xbox Direct, then we'll talk about State of Play, since that one came out first before the State of Play did this year. So Xbox started off with, or Microsoft, they did their State of Play. They did their Direct, and they showed off 3 games. Now, two of them I'd already known about. Avowed looks really, really good. It's coming out later on this year, made by Obsidian, of course. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It looks really cool. I've already kind of spoken about that game. I knew that they were going to show that one. The second game was Shauna Saga Hellblade 2. Now I actually didn't. I'd known about this game, but I didn't know too much about it. I saw some gameplay for it on the. And I've looked into it a little bit more, and it actually looks really, really good, and I am actually going to be playing it, and it has been given a release date. It will be coming out on the 21st of May, which is a really good time, actually, because nothing's planned for May at the moment, so that's really good, and it looks genuinely really, really good, and yeah. And it will also be on Game Pass. All 3 of these games, by the way, that were shown are all going to be on Game Pass, which is really, really good. And the other game they showed me, which is a game I was very, very excited for, probably out of all 3 of them, the most excited, and that is Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. So this game's kind of got a little bit of a palaver about it by it being first person. A lot of people wanted it to be third person. Now I understand, I do agree, I think it would have been better if it was third person, but I've got no problem with it being first person. But there were so many people genuinely crying about this, and you're thinking, oh Christ above, there is so much worse going on in the world, people. Literally calm down. It's first person, so what? The excuse they gave was a little bit weird. They said they didn't want it to be an Uncharted lookalike, but there are lots of games that look like each other, so it was a little bit weird to say that. And it wouldn't have been a big deal, but hey ho, I am excited for it though regardless, and again that will be coming out later on this year, no release date given for it, but it looks really, really good, and I'm excited to see where the game goes. I am a big fan of Indiana Jones. I actually just watched the original the original 4 films not too long ago, a couple of weeks ago. I haven't actually watched the newest one yet though. I will watch it at some point, but I'm a little bit busy and stuff. I've got stuff going on in real life as well. I do have a job. I will be having another job alongside the current job I'm doing to make it up a full-time job, but don't worry, I will still have time to do YouTube videos and all of that, so do not worry on that front. All of that. This is my hobby. I do enjoy it, and I want to do it for as long as I could possibly can, until I literally can. But yeah, that was the Xbox Direct here. I'm excited for all 3 games, and I'm definitely going to cover all 3 of them on my channel. So yeah, there's that one. There was a release date as well for Stalker 2, The Heart of Chernobyl, that is coming out on the 5th of September as well. So that one, quite excited for as well. So yeah, that was the Xbox Direct. What was that? Then we have Sony State of Play. So they actually showed quite a bit. Now I actually had a good idea of what was going to be in this State of Play. There was a thing on Twitter that someone managed to decipher, and it basically was what Sony was going to show at the State of Play, and they did show everything that was on the list. So I had a good idea of what was gone there. So the first thing they showed, they showed Helldivers 2. The reason why I'm not covering that one is because there's not really much of a story to it, and as I've said previously, I'm not the biggest fan of live service games either. I'm sure it looks good, it looks decent and stuff, and I'm not saying it's bad or anything like that. It's just not for me personally. I'm just not interested in covering it. What I am interested in covering is what they showed right afterwards. Was Stellar Blade here. Now I actually didn't know really anything about Stellar Blade until the trailer showed, and mate, this game looks really good actually, and I'm quite excited to play this. It's got its release date, I believe, the 26th of April, which shouldn't be a bad release window. I'm kind of thinking though that obviously the games of March are going to drop, definitely going to move over. Like I won't be starting Dragon's Dogma 2 until like after I get back from holiday, because I'm going on a holiday from one of my cousin's weddings around the beginning of April. So yeah, there's going to be that. But I won't start Dragon's Dogma 2 probably until I'm back from that holiday. So yeah, this year's quite a busy one and an expensive one for me. I've got to say, as just as who I am, But that's what it is sometimes. But that's just life, isn't it? Life is expensive. So yeah, Stellar Blade though looks really, really good, and I'm definitely gonna play that one when it comes out on the 26th of April. What else? They showed stuff off for they showed some stuff for Death Stranding 2. It's definitely not coming out this year. It's going to be an early 2025 game, I reckon. As I said, I do want to talk about some 2025 games because that year could be really stacked from what I've got. I actually have a list that I need to get off my phone here. But yeah, Stellar Blade though looks really, really good. They showed off some gameplay for things like Rise of the Ronin as well, and they did show some stuff for Dragon's Dogma 2, even though that's going to be on all consoles and stuff like that. They also showed what was it? Fuck. Fuck. I've just had a mind boggle. What the hell else did they show? Judas. Judas was shown. Again, that's probably not going to come out this year. That's probably going to be a 2025 game as well. But overall, they showed a lot of good stuff, and yeah, I'm quite excited for a lot of it. They did give us a sneak peek of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth as well. I believe a demo actually has come out for it, just like Final Fantasy. Excuse me, like Final Fantasy 16 had an early demo out, which was literally just like the first 2 hours of the game, which I did play a little bit of, but I chose not to. The Sony State of Play was pretty solid. I did like in the comments section, by the way. Mate, I hate the YouTube comment section, I do, but I also hate live chat comments as well that come through. My goodness, were there people fucking bitching and moaning. I'm sorry, this is just a message, right, for a person. For the people that comment boring, or this is boring, right, it's a state of play, or it's a direct. Yes, it's going to show you a bit of gameplay, but they're just talking about it. I don't really understand there are some proper thick people out there, and especially in the gaming community, and there was a lot of them in the chat. Also, another thing as well, people were asking about the Elden Ring DLC. Right, why would they announce it in a state of play, you idiots? Like, seriously, no, just think about that for a second. Why would Sony be the ones to announce the Elden Ring DLC? No, From Software will do it when they want to. They will put out when they want to release it. They will put out information, not bloody Sony, and neither would Microsoft, because it's not their thing. What's wrong with you? And then there was other people commenting about Spider-Man 2, and they have released something now about New Game Plus and a few other like new suits and all of that will be added to the game. But in terms of that's all that they did. They announced that though just on a post a few days ago, Sony. But they didn't actually do that there, and there were people just bitching and moaning, saying, "Oh, da 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 da," and all this shit, all of that. It's just like, oh mate, just fuck off. And also as well, just for the people that think that the second Ghost of Tsushima game is actually going to be called Ghost of Tsushima 2, moron. Right, first off, Tsushima is the island that the game is based on. I really doubt your character, I can't remember his name now, was really annoying because he's a good character. I really doubt he's going to be based in Tsushima, because there probably will be a sequel, but it's not going to be called Ghost of Tsushima 2. It's going to be called Ghost of something. It could be Japan. It could be on the mainland of Japan, so it would be called Ghost of Japan. It might be one of the Japanese islands. You never know. But it's not. I mean, unless he is on Tsushima, which I doubt he will be, it's not going to be called that. And if they do call it that, but it's not on Tsushima, then there's something wrong with the developers there. But because that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But I don't know, man. It's just like, why comment down something that you just know is not the correct answer? Like, you feel like is not going to be in there unless you're, not exactly the brightest person. But anyway, I should stop there before a lot more people focus in. Also, as well, if you're a person that keeps typing down GTA 7, please stop. It's not funny. It wasn't to begin with. Like, it's not. GTA, like, even when in the Game Awards when the people were doing it, it wasn't funny. It's definitely not funny now. Please stop being a cunt about it and putting GTA 7, GTA 8, GTA 47. It's not. It's really not funny. I know you think it is because you're a 12-year-old child who thinks that's funny, but it's not. All right, it's just is annoying. Anyway, the final thing I just want to talk about is games in 2025. Now, I don't even know if I'll be able to do YouTube then. I really hope I do, because this year could genuinely be stacked. Oh, wait. Before I do that, there was one more thing in the State of Play. I don't know how this has just gone out of my mind. But Silent Hill 2 remake as well is also coming out this year. How I forgot about Silent Hill 2 there is outrageous. There also was another game called Silent Hill: The Short Message. I do have it installed on my PlayStation. I will play it, just not yet. Maybe later on this week I will play it, and I'll start uploading it alongside Banisher's Ghost of New Eden, which I will be playing, of course. But for now, hold fire on that one. Yeah, anyway, now we can move on to what looks like in 2025. So the two old games, I've already got an idea of the two old games I want to do in 2025, and that is Batman: Arkham Asylum and Dying Light, the original one. Those are the two I'd like to do. Anyway, the games that I actually have down, this is mad. So we know that GTA 6 is coming out next year. Fable is probably going to come out next year as well. That'll be one of Xbox's big releases for next year. Death Stranding 2, again, is going to be one of Sony's big releases next year. That's definitely going to come out in 2025. Those are all pretty much set in motion, but these other games, I'm hearing that these games genuinely could be coming out. So first off, Gears of War 6. Now, I actually initially looked up, and it looked like it would be no closer than 2026, but I've been hearing things that actually Gears of War 6 could be coming out as far as next year in 2025, so that could be exciting. Resident Evil 9, this has got under the radar, but I think this is going to be soon. Obviously not this year, because we'd know about it if it was, but I think genuinely a 2025 release could be up there for Resident Evil 9, and apparently that could be the final game as well in the series, before they just remake the rest of them. Far Cry 7, apparently Far Cry 7 is going to be coming out in 2025. Silent Hill F, which is what it's being called for now. I don't know if that's going to be its final name, but that's going to be the next mainline Silent Hill game. Of course, we got the second game's remake this year, but Silent Hill. By the way, people that call Silent Hill a Resident Evil ripoff, shut the fuck up. I know the first game came out 3 years after the original, but it's its own thing, and it's different in many ways. And let's be honest here, everyone that was saying that has probably never played a Silent Hill game in their life. Now, I'll be honest with you, I've never played a Silent Hill game in my life. I've never gotten round to playing them. And a lot of them are older games, and they are harder to obtain on consoles, but hey ho. Anyway, I think the next Call of Duty will be Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4, and then of course I also have a feeling there'll be the next God of War game, and I think it'll be like what Spider-Man Miles Morales was to Spider-Man 2018, with it being God of War Atreus, and also Judas I've got down as well. But I mean, if all those games come out in 2025, that is an incredibly stacked year for video games, like ridiculously stacked. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I don't really think there's anything else to update you on. I think that's really everything I wanted to talk about, just to get ahead of time and all of that. This video has been way longer than expected, but there was quite a bit to get through. Yeah, so I just thought I'd update you on how I'm going to be recording my videos from now on, the Xbox Direct, the Sony State of Play, and also games that are coming out beyond this year. And yeah, I'm definitely excited for what's to come in the world of gaming here. But yeah, I don't really think there's anything else I need to do. So yeah, I think I'll end the episode here. So thank you so much for watching, and yeah, I will see you in the next video. Alright, bye.